Welcome to another in this series of Math with the Real Floater. I do trust that you enjoyed our previous video, and this one will be no less than the other, okay? Very exciting and interesting. All right, today we'll be talking about fractions. We're talking about the different type of fractions. We'll be getting into proper, improper, mixed numbers, and also equivalent fractions, all right? So let's jump into the meat of it. All right, let's say I have a pie, okay? And let me share this pie into 4 equal sections. We call those quarters, right? And first thing we have to realize is that a fraction is a part of a whole, okay? A fraction is part of a whole. And we're outdoors, okay? I mean, it's a nice, beautiful sunny day, so we chose to take our classroom outdoors today. All right, so if we look at this pie, it's into 4 equal sections, okay? So if we were to write this as a fraction, that bottom number will be 4 because it's divided into 4 equal sections. If I were to shade just one section of this, we would put the number right here. So if I were to ask you, what section of this pie has been shaded? You would say you shaded 1 out of the entire 4 sections. So you'd have shaded only a quarter of this pie. So this is what we call the fraction of this pie. This is the part of the whole. And the part is 1 out of the total, which is the 4. All right. Something that we must remember as well is that in fractions, these 2 numbers are given particular names. The top number is what you call a numerator. The bottom number is called the denominator. We'd have known this from we were in kindergarten and also primary school. So always remember this. The top number, numerator. The bottom number is called the denominator. All right. Since we've gotten that out of the way, let's move on to the type of fraction. Let's talk about proper fractions. A proper fraction is a fraction in which the top number is smaller than the bottom. So a proper fraction is a fraction where the numerator is smaller than the denominator. All right, so these are proper fractions right here. 3 over 8, 4 over 7, and 6 over 11. So a proper fraction is a fraction that the numerator is less than the denominator. Top number less than the bottom number. Remember guys, if you like what you're seeing, enjoying the content, please like, share, and subscribe. Let's just get this off our board real quick. So that's our proper fraction. Now, improper fraction is the opposite. That's where the top number, which is the numerator, is greater than the bottom number, which is the denominator. So an improper fraction is where the top number is greater than the bottom number. So this is an improper fraction. So we have 8 over 5, 7 over 3, and we can have 14 over 9. So these are all improper fractions, where the top number, which is the numerator, is greater than the bottom number, which is the denominator. All right, let's get into mixed number. A mixed number is where you have a whole number and a proper fraction. A whole number and a proper fraction. So this is what you call the mixed number, 1 3/5. This is a mixed number where we have a whole number and a proper fraction. So we can have 13 and 7/9. We can have 6 and 4/5. Okay? So a mixed number is where we have a whole number and a proper fraction. We can convert a mixed number into an improper fraction or vice versa. Let's look at this. For example, if we take 1 3/5, okay? How do we convert this mixed number to an improper fraction? We multiply the denominator times the whole number, and then we add the numerator and put it back over the 5. So this is how we will do that. It will be 5 times 1 plus 3. And this will be placed over the denominator. All right, so it will be 5 times 1, which is 5, plus 3 gives you 8 over 5. So this will be equivalent to 8 over 5. All right, so that's how we convert our mixed number into our improper fraction. All right. Let me get this off. And the question might be asked, right? How do we convert? We have 8 over 5, okay? How do we convert an improper fraction to a mixed number? Since we can do it vice versa, okay? This is what we do. We divide the numerator first by the denominator. So 5 into 8 goes 1 time. Leave a remainder of 3. We have our 3, and we put it back over the denominator. So we end up back right where we're coming from. So an improper fraction can always be converted to a mixed number, and a mixed number can always be converted to an improper fraction. Very important to note. All right, just real quick before we go, I just want to talk about equivalent fractions. All right, let me just draw 3 circles real quick. Just assuming that these circles are all, circular, all right? So let's say we divide this circle into 2, all right? So we have divided into 2. And let's say we shade one section of it that will be what? 1 over 2. All right. We divide this circle into 4. So that would have been 4 pieces it's divided into, okay? And let's say we shade 2 of this 4, all right? Bear with me. And let's say we do this one as well. We would have divided this circle into 8 equal parts. 8 equal parts. And let's say we shade 4 of these pies. So we'd have shaded 4 of these sections of the 8. 4 that's shaded over the total. 2 being shaded out of the total. 1 being shaded out of the total. Why we say these are equivalent fractions is that if you look at this carefully, would have shaded a half of this circle. Likewise, if you look at this over here, it was divided into 8 parts. We shaded only a half of it, which was 4 sections of this 8. So if you look, a half of all of these pies have not been shaded. A half have not been shaded here, half empty, a half empty. So all of these fractions are what you call equivalent fractions, because 2 over 4 is the same thing as 1 over 2. 2 into 2, 1, 2 into 4, 2. Is the same thing as 1 over 2. Likewise, 4 over 8 is the same thing as 4 into 4 goes 1, 4 into 8 goes 2 times. Is the same thing as 1 over 2. So these are all called equivalent fractions because they are all pretty much saying the same thing. A half, 2 over 4, 4 over 8. These are all called equivalent fractions. We just went over proper fractions, improper fractions, mixed number, and also equivalent fractions. So next time we'll be getting into the addition, subtraction, division, multiplications of fractions. So stay tuned, and thank you for tuning into The Real Floater. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. See ya.